The children are looking at this. You know what I'm saying? And so they're forming their idea of what the man is supposed to be, and they're forming their idea of what the woman is supposed to be, right? So when they grow up, they automatically fall into that, right? They see in most other cultures, they see the man, the one that's the boss. He's the one that's delegating authority. He's the one that's making big decisions in the home. And he or she sees the mother just, underneath that man, pushing that man, doing the right thing. In a lot of our culture's home, we see something different growing up as children. We
So,
see
and that perpetuates
that
because when,
perpetuates.
yep. So
Exactly.
I'm
Come on.
13, 14, and all of this here. I've watched my dad cuss my mom out all the time, and they're always arguing. They're always arguing, or they're split, right? And so you go see your dad on the weekend and such, and it's that passive stuff. Maybe she's not saying overtly, your dad's a piece of shit, but she'll do stuff like, oh, did you have fun at your dad's today?
Yeah.
What y'all do? What y'all do? Oh, we went to the park. Why did he take you to the park? What'd you guys eat? We had pizza and such. Oh, pizza. That don't make no sense. You know what I'm gonna cook for you? Are you hungry? I'm gonna cook your favorite. We're gonna have such and such. And those small things line up in a kid because their minds are sponges. And we don't have the proper tools to build kings. We're just doing kind of the best we can. Our
That's
our
right.
favorite rapper is our idol instead of our father, because our father figure may not be there. So like the whole model is crazy, and it's crazy on a scale where the government recognizes it and gives you affirmative action if you choose to prolong you, because they recognize if you're a minority, I'm gonna give you X amount of points just for checking the black box because we know that you've been afforded different things. I saw an Instagram post and it is so dope to me. Like high school kids were lined up on the fence on their football field, and the coach said we're gonna have a race, and $100 at the end of this race, but I'm gonna give you guys head starts, 1 step head starts, but you have to answer these questions. If you've never had to wonder where your next meal is coming from, take a step forward. If you've never had, if you've had to wonder where your dad is, take a step forward. So he asked all these pointed questions at how we were raised. You know what I mean? And then at the end of the 10 questions, 15 questions or so, it was just abundantly clear. All the black kids were still against the fence, maybe a few steps, and all these white kids. And he said, I want y'all to watch right there. Look at what you're seeing. Turn around, look at what you're seeing. And this race is a life. And you guys have this head start on all these people. And these are not bad things. This is just what it is. And it was so profound to me because all these questions were things that kind of we take pride in.
Yeah.
Negro, I done. So that's like,
yeah.
I done had
We
these
champion
champions struggle.
struggle.
We champion it. And
But
that's a
here's
big
the
thing.
thing.
That's a big thing. We just don't use that energy for productivity. We
There
don't
you go.
use that. We don't that because that's fire. I have people that I tutor, and one of my cornerstone uh things that I push is you can have whatever you want in this country. It's all effort.
Yeah.
There's famous convicted felons that are movie stars. There are people who ran people up, movie stars. People who have been homeless, Tyler Perry, turned into
Okay.
media conglomerates. Like it's all effort. It's strategy, effort. If you make a good cupcake, you can be 100,000aire with effort.
That's right. You got
You
to
can
work.
stream, you can start streaming and become the next social media giant. It's content. Are you gonna be that guy that's dedicated into streaming and getting 3 videos uploaded on a weekly basis? Every week, 3 videos. Are you going to be that guy since you want a mobile detailing service? Are you going to be pushing your Instagram? Are you going to be showing up at events, car events, finding out where these car events is, passing out, putting in those extra money? You want to be a millionaire. America, you can do it,
That's right.
but it's not going to come with lawsuit money. Unfortunately, you might have to work. And the common denominator with all these guys that are ultra successful, Joe Bezos and all of those guys that have built their empire to where Mark Cuba, they put in some long hours, bro. Stuff was they're super rich now. Those beginning days pre-college, they had a vision and they stuck with that vision through this time, through that time, through this work, through working at McDonald's, bro. They stuck with
Yep.
it's the common denominator.
That's right. That's the difference. I
Work.
remember one time Will Smith said the difference between me and the guy that he says, if I get on the treadmill, he says, I'm willing to die on the treadmill. So the other guy might have more talent, but he ain't willing to walk on that treadmill until he dies. You know what I mean? So it's not really, like I said, it's not a secret to it. It's just who wants to get out there and really, really, really work. You know what I mean?
That's a
And
fact.
some people say they want it, but they don't really want it. They just kind of sort of want it a little bit. They don't really, they don't want it. You know what I mean?
That's a fact, man. That's a
That
fact. I use this. So 2019, I just did this long drug program and 18 months. And going to jail, coming out, you got nothing.
no,
So I've been heavily into fraud, scam, all of that. And once I did that program, I kind of mentally made this change. Like this is it, and I wasn't necessarily into drugs. You know how that is. I took the program too.
yeah,
But so getting out, like I'm a scammer and I got nothing. So, my sister was working. My sister had some connects. Where can I get a job? Where can oh, you can go up there to day labor. I'm waking up early morning, going to day because I had nothing else to do. I got nothing else going on. I know where they're giving out $75. So it's working, work. I'm trying to figure out something, working. Another opportunity come. Oh, they have skilled labor, something called skilled trade day labor. So I
uh-huh.
went and I lied on everything on the application. Only thing I told the truth about was my first and last name. I got this talent, that talent, that talent. But you know what I actually do have? I'm smart, so I can figure it out. Whatever job that you put in front of me, show me how to do it twice, and I'll be able to do it. By the end of the week, I'll be very good at it. In the 2 weeks, I'll be indispensable.
There you go.
And I've been a carpenter, I've been a plumber, I've been an electrician working for that skilled day labor until I was like, yep, I got enough money. Now it's time for me to get my own money. And I ventured off and I started doing other things, buying cars or whatever. Because in the beginning, when I'm getting that $75 check, I wasn't spending that because I like expensive stuff.
There you go.
I'm very materialistic in that I like to save money. I like to have money, but I like to spend. I only have maybe 100 years on this planet. So I like to enjoy and however it is. So however you're going to do your savings, you have to earn in this country
That's right.
and in this beautiful, great country, you can earn as much as you can. Nobody don't owe you.
That's right.
So mad because you're only getting paid 13 an hour, mad because they not hiring, you're not looking. You're looking for a job and my looking for a job is two different things. Your effort, your 100% is probably my 30%.
I'm gonna tell you something. I was in New Mexico, right? And I needed a job. I only had $500, and I knew I needed the job before those $500 ran out. You know what I mean?
Right.
Um, so they were hiring. The way how to get hired in New Mexico is you had to stand on the wall and they would pick you. And if they picked you for that day, then you got hired for that day. The first day I stood on the wall, there was 100 people, about 75 Mexicans, the rest white, maybe just me and another black dude, right? Um, I didn't get picked that first day. Second day, I'm inside of the hiring manager's office. I'm like, sir, listen, I know the rule is you're supposed to stay on the wall, but I'm here to let you know I need to work more than everybody else out there. I told him what my situation was. I said, I need to work more than anybody that's out there. That's why I'm in here. He said, well, do you know how to fabricate metal? I said, yes. Did I know how to fabricate metal? No. I had no idea what he was talking about. But I knew if it had anything with doing like keeping a straight line, I can do it because I cut hair. So I end up getting the job over everybody that was out waiting on the wall, right? Um, I got the job. He showed me how to cut the metal. I learned it in 2 days. In about 3 weeks, I was a MIG welder. I had learned how to MIG weld. You know what I mean? So I definitely concur with what you're saying. You got to want it out here.
And cats are sharp. Like I've met so many people. You said something earlier that struck a chord, man. And I kind of phrase it as you get in your own way. Like you people won't sacrifice for themselves.